Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our discussion today. We're exploring a question many couples face in our connected world. Is it a good idea to always share your location with your partner? With us are Sarah, who sees potential benefits, and Ben, who has some concerns. Let's hear their thoughts.
Thank you, Alex. I believe sharing location can be a very positive thing in a relationship, especially for safety. Knowing where your partner is can bring peace of mind, particularly if they work late or travel alone. Imagine your partner is much later coming home than expected, and they aren't answering their phone. Seeing their location on a map can quickly tell you if they're stuck in traffic or if something more serious might be wrong. It removes a lot of unnecessary worry. It's not about controlling someone. It's about caring for their well-being. Of course, this only works well if both partners agree to it freely. It can also build a feeling of closeness and transparency. When you willingly share this information, it can show you trust each other and are connected, even when apart. For example, if I'm going for a run in a new area, sharing my location with my partner makes me feel safer. It's like having a silent backup. But the key is mutual agreement and understanding the reasons behind it. It should not feel forced. Think about emergencies, a car accident, getting lost, or even a sudden health issue. Having location access could mean help arrives much faster. It is a practical tool for modern safety challenges. And beyond safety, it can simply be nice to know your partner is okay during their day. It can be a quiet way of staying connected without constant texting or calling. It's about using technology to support the relationship, not to police it. When discussed openly and boundaries are respected, it can strengthen the bond.
Thanks, Alex. While I understand the safety points Sarah makes, I feel that always sharing your location raises serious privacy issues. Everyone needs their own space, a part of their life that isn't constantly watched, even by a loving partner. Having your location tracked 24/7 can feel like you're never truly alone. It can create pressure to always explain where you are or why you went somewhere unexpected. This constant monitoring might suggest a lack of trust. If you trust your partner, why do you need to know their exact location at all times? Should not their word be enough? Healthy relationships are built on trust and mutual respect for independence. Relying on technology to feel secure might actually weaken that foundation. Imagine you want to buy a surprise gift for your partner. If they can see you went to a specific shop, the surprise is ruined. It takes away small, spontaneous moments. Furthermore, what if there is a technical glitch? The app might show an incorrect location, leading to unnecessary arguments or suspicion based on faulty data. Safety can be managed through communication, letting someone know your plans, checking in via text or call. We managed before constant location tracking existed.
Thank you both for those clear opening thoughts. Sarah, Ben brings up the important point of privacy and the feeling of being watched. How do you suggest couples balance this need for personal space with the safety benefits you mentioned?
That's a fair point, Ben. I agree that constant 24/7 tracking might feel intrusive for some couples, but location sharing doesn't have to be always on. Couples can agree to share locations only during specific times, like when one person is traveling, commuting late at night, or maybe just for an hour when they are going for a run alone. It's about setting clear boundaries together. Maybe you only turn it on when you feel it's needed, or you use apps that allow temporary sharing. It's not about replacing trust, but adding an extra layer of practical care. In today's world, having that safety net can be reassuring. Think of it like sharing your schedule. It is information shared out of consideration, not suspicion. The intention behind it is what matters most, and that comes from open communication.
Thanks, Sarah. That suggests flexibility. Ben, Sarah proposes using location sharing more selectively, based on agreements and specific situations. Does this idea of flexible or temporary sharing make it seem less problematic to you?
Selective sharing is certainly better than constant tracking, I will admit that. It addresses the always watched feeling to some extent. However, I'm still a bit skeptical. How easy is it for sometimes to become, most of the time, or even always expected? Once the technology is there and used regularly, the expectation might grow, even unintentionally. What if one partner starts feeling anxious if the location isn't shared during times it usually is? My main point remains that good communication is the best tool. A quick text saying I'm running late or I arrived safely builds trust directly. Relying on an app, even sometimes, might make us less likely to actively communicate these things, weakening that personal connection and trust over time. It feels like a technological shortcut for something that requires human interaction.
This brings us to practical uses. Let us think about everyday situations. What about using location sharing simply for coordination, like meeting up, or to avoid worry if someone is just running late from work? Sarah, your view first, then Ben.
Absolutely, Alex. For coordination, it can be incredibly useful. Instead of multiple, "Where are you?" texts, a quick look at the map shows your partner is 5 minutes away. It can prevent those small worries that build up when someone is late and you don't know why. Is it traffic? Did they forget? Seeing they are on their way home saves that mental energy. It can make planning spontaneous meetups easier too. If I finish work early, I can see if my partner is nearby to grab coffee without interrupting them with a call if they are busy. It simplifies logistics and reduces minor friction points in daily life, making things smoother.
I see the convenience argument, Sarah, but again, is it necessary? A simple text, "Leaving work now, be home in 30 minutes," achieves the same result for coordination. My concern is that this practicality normalizes the idea that your partner should always know where you are. It subtly erodes personal autonomy. What if you just want to take a longer route home to clear your head or stop somewhere unplanned? Do you then have to explain why your dot on the map deviated? It risks turning convenience into an expectation of constant visibility and accountability for every movement. That feels like it takes away a small but important freedom.
To summarize, I believe location sharing, when approached with open communication, mutual consent, and clear boundaries, can be a valuable tool for couples. It enhances safety, provides peace of mind, and can even simplify daily coordination. It's not about control or lack of trust, but about using technology thoughtfully to show care and stay connected in a practical way. The key is that it should add to the feeling of security and connection, not create anxiety or suspicion. If it's causing problems, then it's not being used correctly or is not right for that couple. Ultimately, each couple needs to decide if it fits their relationship and makes it stronger.
In closing, while I acknowledge the potential convenience and safety arguments in specific cases, I maintain that the risks of constant or even frequent location sharing often outweigh the benefits. It poses significant challenges to personal privacy, can create feelings of being monitored, and may subtly undermine the foundation of trust built through direct communication and respect for individual autonomy. Prioritizing open conversation, mutual respect for personal space, and traditional ways of ensuring safety seems a healthier approach for long-term relationship well-being. We should be careful not to let technology replace the essential human elements of trust and independence that are so vital in a partnership.
Thank you, Sarah and Ben, for such a thoughtful and balanced discussion on this modern relationship question. You've highlighted the core tension well, balancing the desire for safety and connection against the fundamental needs for privacy and personal freedom. As you both noted, there is no single right answer. The decision really depends on the specific couple, their values, and most importantly, their ability to communicate openly and respect each other's feelings and boundaries. Thank you both, and thank you to our audience.